Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Don't have preconceived notions when meeting women. This is very important. This is very important because I'm gonna tell you what, many men lose out on a woman. Not because the woman rejected or they're afraid to approach her, not because the woman rejected them. Because they don't approach. So how they know what she's going to do? Because they think she will reject them. They be like, oh, she fine. She wouldn't deal with a man like me. They don't know. I always tell that story when, I got a couple stories in fact, when I was at St. Joe's University. One, and I told this one before. Told this one a couple times. It's a very important lesson. And it wasn't me making the assumption. But, the fellas, we sit in the cafeteria and we be constantly checking out women coming out with their food and everything. Shoot. And, saying she cute, she not, and all of that. And then this real, very pretty girl came out. And these guys are going crazy over her. In fact, I got yet another story with that. These guys were going crazy over her, right? And they were like, they was like, oh, she pretty, she all this. And, I say, oh yeah, I know her. And I was just casual, but I say, oh no way she would talk to you. No, she wouldn't be friendly to you. But as I've said before, not only did we take classes together, but the last day of orientation, I didn't go home. I was staying in a dorm for a few days. She carried one of my suitcases to the dorm. And she was a freshman just like me. She didn't have to help with anything. I was there, wasn't too many people out there. She came over to me. She walked over to me and said, hey, do you need help with that? I was like, sure. Real cool. And there was another, it's same cafeteria a couple years later. There was this real pretty girl, real pretty Hispanic lady. She's actually still pretty to this day in her 50s. But every guy's going crazy over her and everything and thinking, no, I know she wouldn't talk to anybody. And then it messed with their head when she came over and sat across from me. Oh, man. Oh, so many instances. But then there was another instance with this. She was she was an athlete up there, field hockey. Real attractive, right? And this is on me now. Now, I ain't making any assumptions or anything. And I ain't have a problem approaching a woman. But she never smiled when she was around me. She never smiled. So, I thought she wasn't interested. But then when we finally did talk, oh, she was a chatty booba laddie. She was extremely friendly. I was like, damn, I think I missed out on something. But look, here's my point with it all. Don't have any preconceived notions. You don't know. You don't know until you say anything, because seriously, you don't know what she like. Remember last week I was talking about women that date a range of men? You don't know what she like. I don't care, she could be supermodel of the world. You don't know what turns her on. I've known some very attractive women. I told you, it was a friend of mine, In fact, she was the same woman, I mentioned her before in the video. She's the first woman to really inspire my writing. But she was into science fiction too. She was into science fiction, all of that stuff. We could talk UFOs. She was into all of that. But see, some guy who's into that wouldn't think she was, right? Or, a guy might be into comic books or something. He said, nah, she wouldn't want to get into it. But let me go back to St. Joe's again. Real baddie. This is a real baddie. Me and her were just cool though, right? Me and her were just cool. Like nothing more platonic, right? But guys would look at her and think, yeah, she wouldn't get into it. But I'd never forget, I came back to my room and stuff. She's sitting on my bed chilling, going through one of my comic books. But the way guys are, you get some guys say, yo, she wouldn't like that, she wouldn't like that. That's a preconceived notion. Look, here's the bottom line with all of it. See, I learned those lessons very young, and I saw the lessons very young. You gotta learn that, especially for the younger guys. You don't know don't make any assumptions. You don't know what she like. You don't know what she interested. You don't know who she find attractive. Shoot, another story. This was when I was at American. This very, very attractive young lady. Very, very attractive. She pointed out this guy sitting in the library. She said, Rom, I want to fuck him. Dude looked just totally dorky. But that was what she liked. It was like, you know, you don't know. You don't know. Like, you know, of course, I always say I ain't big on approaching, except if it's the damn principle. The damn principle means if I look at a woman, the word damn come out of my mouth, I'm going to approach. If I don't approach, it's only because we're in some social setting or something, I think I'll see her again. And I'll just take my time then. But if I don't think I'm going to see her again, that's always been. And, you know, and that's why I would say to a guy, it's like, you don't know what she like or no. And yeah, she can reject you. Let her reject you. Let her reject you. Don't reject yourself. A lot of guys, it's scary how many guys reject themselves. You know, I was at a seminar. I was doing a seminar based on my book, Nice Guys and Players. And these were young black professionals. Young black professionals. Now everything else is still general, but I'm saying black professionals give you some idea. These are young professionals. These weren't any bums. They had degrees galore in there. You know, dress, you know, had that, you know, style, professional style, look and everything. The men and women, you had men on one side, women on another. This back in 2002. And I was just like, what the hell? You know, I was like, what the hell? But they making assumptions instead of start talking to each other. You know, a lot of guys don't assume that girl, I don't care what she look like. You don't know if she gonna reject you or not. You don't know what she like. You don't know. You ain't gonna know till you say something. Shoot, she might be the one, shoot, you open yourself up, she might approach you. Oh shoot, I got so many stories of that too. You don't know, because you don't know what she like, what she into, what she find attractive. Not what somebody else say she should find attractive, especially not some other man. You don't know what she finds attractive, what turns her on. Shoot, I don't know if she still followed this channel, but she did for a while anyway, when I first started especially. She liked big guys. She was petite, fine, petite type. She liked big 300-pound men, you know? Now some 300-pound man might see her and say, oh no, I'm too big for her. He don't know, go holler. You know, go holler. Let her tell you no. And then even then, okay, that's just her in particular. Like say you see 3 very beautiful women. Okay, you go try to talk to 2 of the first 2 and they reject you. Okay. That don't mean the third one's going to reject you. The third one, she might be like, hey, you want to come home? She might be ready to go to the Momo or rather motel right then. You know, you don't know. You know, don't have any notion. You got to empty your mind and just approach. Because see, here's something, let me get a little deep with you. If you go like have a preconceived notion, like say you have a preconceived notion, oh, she'll reject me and everything, right? If you still say, well, I'm gonna try to approach anyway, even though she's gonna reject me, your body language, your facial expressions, your tone of voice, everything is gonna make her reject you. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you approach somebody, if you approach a woman thinking she will reject you, well, she is. Now, if you just clear your mind of everything and just say, damn, that's a big fine woman, she gonna back that thing up and just approach. Try not to even think about it, just approach. Be like, hey, how you doing? She might be the friendliest person. You might be the one taking her home to meet your mother in a few months. Seriously, you don't know what she going to do until you talk to her, all right? So anyway, get rid of the preconceived notion. You don't know. You ain't gonna know until the event happened. And even then, that's just that one woman. You don't know what the next one, and the next one's going to do, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.